Welcome back. Today I'm doing something a little different. I'm making I guess this is a Turkish coffee pot. So I'm going to start by making a pattern out of paper, and then I will transfer the paper pattern to some 30 gauge sheet metal, which I will use as my forever pattern. And here I'm using the pattern to mark on the copper with a scratch awl. And we'll get the pattern cut out here and I'll finger the ends. So this is different than raising. I'm going to braze this cup together. So I'm going to start by forming the curve on the ends, and then I'll form the rest of the curve with my hands and make a cylinder. Here we're going to alternate the fingers and use the fingers to set the seam. And now we're going to braze this seam together with some silver solder. Traditionally, this is done with like borax and brass, but I don't have enough brass to try yet. So now it's soldered, I'm going to set the seam so it's a double layer and set her down. And now I'm going to anneal and get the base cut out and filed to fit. So it'll fit inside the cylinder a little bit. And now we got her ready, and we'll silver solder this together and get her nice and sealed. And then there's a little overlap on here, so I'm going to take that and fold that over onto the bottom. And so we got a nice sealed cup. And I will anneal one more time after this, do the rim. File a little solder off here and start the texture process. Get this thing textured out. And now I'm going to forge the handle. So this is some 3/8 round stock, flatten the end so that it will accept the rivets. And then I got to kind of taper the other end so it will accept a wooden handle. Here we got a good start, and we'll take her to the vise and put her to the files and make her look all nice and pretty. Get it all shaped up. So here I'm gonna file the smooth transitions, so I got a shoulder and smooth the edges and make it symmetrical. Now we're gonna form the curves to this thing so that we can use it. And pop the rivet holes, put the wooden handle here. We're going to heat fit it on, heat press, so I get her hot, and press the wood in there. Nice tight seal so it doesn't spin. And I tried to upset the end and it just ended up folding over. And with this one, it's an experiment, so I'll take it. Next one, I'll have to put a little ring on, upset the end. Now I'm going to grind on this piece of wood here a little bit so it fits a little better in the hand. Looks a little nicer. And now we're going to set the rivets. It's a little tricky process. This handle is not exactly conducive to putting the rivets in, but
Kind of cool.
here we go. Now we got the cup ready, and the next step is going to be I'm going to put tin on the inside. This is 999 fine tin. I'm going to get a little liquid tin in there so I can spread around the whole inside. Make sure I have a reservoir. Thinking, in hindsight, I think there was a little too much tin inside the cup, but now I got my flux rag and I'm going to spread that tin around and get the whole interior of this cup coated in tin. As copper is reactive, the tin helps.
So, I have a lot to learn. Holy crap. Yeah. But I got a lot to learn, but this actually came together pretty reasonably, and my first time tinning in about a few years did not go great. I need more flux. Probably should have cleaned this a little bit better before I started. I'm working on getting some brass so I can do the traditional brazing. And all in all, proof of concept. I mean, it worked. It turned out pretty cool. You know, it's a little rustic, but uh, for an experiment, for dinking around, for making this thing as quickly as I could, I think this is all right. And then, like I said, I have a lot to learn. But, you know, I tried it and it worked. And now I just have to get good at it, which is going to take a minute. So, yeah, on until the next one. But a success, a little rustic, but it's successful.